Oh! Oh my god! God, this bike's growing on me. It's not even tuned yet. Oh, goodness gracious. What's going on, guys? So we're back on the H2 right now. So I don't know what we went over last time, but there's a couple new things on this bike that I want to go over. The first one is the Sprint air filter. So shout out to Motivation USA for hooking me up with that Sprint filter. Much appreciated. The second thing is obviously I installed the Van Diemen, as you guys can hear it. I don't know if you can see it right now. Maybe, maybe not. This thing sounds absolutely wicked. It's crazy. This bike isn't flashed yet, but even with the exhaust, it shifts so much faster. Like the upshifts, just cruising like through the city, so much better. I can't wait till this thing's tuned. It's going to be a whole different animal. But this exhaust is just, I cannot get over this exhaust. And of course you don't see it, but I installed the black and green domino grips to match the rest of the bike. I actually sell those on my Amazon storefront. I will link those in the bio so you guys can go ahead and purchase some domino grips of your own color to match your bike or your gear. So I removed a couple things just around the bike that are just pretty much dead weight. I took off the mirrors. Oh, that's another thing. The mirror block off plates. How could I forget that? I got these ones right here. So on this bike you don't actually need block off plates. You can just put a bigger washer over the screw and it looks pretty much really good. One thing too I'm unsure of is if I want to remove all the emission stuff like the block off plates and the charcoal canister. I've been told that when you add this exhaust and you leave the smog stuff on, that the bike will spit a lot more flames. And if that's the case, I'd rather keep all that stuff on and split some flames rather than just remove a couple pounds and save some space and have it not split flames. But then again, that's just what I heard. So if I could remove all the smog stuff, because it's a lot of dead weight and it's a lot of stuff going on under the tank, if I can remove all that and this thing will still split flames, then I will definitely go ahead and remove that. But I want to wait until I get this bike tuned. And I'm also working with Travis Yeager at Yeagerworks, and I'm gonna try and send this plenum off to get an intercooler set up. So he's gonna modify the stock one, send me the intercooler and all the piping and stuff like that. And I'm absolutely excited for that because these boost temps get way too high, and that's a common problem with these bikes. And I didn't know that these bikes didn't come with much cooling, which is super weird to think. And maybe most of you don't know, but the intercooler makes this bike absolutely super reliable. I didn't even know that. So I think it's worth the money by far, because if you're pushing this bike too hard and you're doing pulls after pulls after pulls and your boost temps shoot up over 200, you're going to run into a lot of issues. And I'd rather sacrifice spending the money on a intercooler than blowing up a motor. So I will definitely be taking advantage of installing an intercooler on this bike. So sorry if this comes off as a little confusing. To me, I thought the H2 would be a simple platform, but going into it, I'm doing constant reading on the forums and constant questions from other people, and I realized how much I actually do not know about these bikes. And from someone who thinks they know a decent amount and knows how to work on a lot of bikes and do basic maintenance, I was surprised. I really don't know a lot about these bikes. I'm trying very hard to learn as much as possible, and I enjoy learning all this stuff because I feel like a lot of people don't care to learn about their own bike. I think that's pretty stupid, but nonetheless, it's cool. The bike's really growing on me. I'm excited to learn as much as possible because there's a small but big community, if that makes sense. Like the community is very tight, everyone knows each other, and I feel like you can get a lot of help from good people. So I'm sure, just like everyone else, I was actually a little bit scared to get into this platform just because you keep hearing about, oh, you know, H2s are unreliable and it's a high maintenance bike, you're gonna blow the supercharger. And look, that can happen to me right now. It could happen to anyone. It could happen at 40,000 miles. I don't know. I truly believe it's how well you take care of these bikes and what you do and how you treat them. I've had really good luck with my Aprilia, and everyone always messages me saying, oh, I want one, but I'm scared of, you know, the maintenance. And I'm like, what maintenance? He wanted me to rev it. I'm not here to compare the bikes. I just think if you take care of a bike and you do what you're supposed to do, then the bike will take care of you. As long as I can learn and do everything I can, then I will. Well, I guess it's time for some new gloves, guys. If you guys want to donate some gloves to a local homeless rider, goodness gracious. I think I've actually owned these gloves more than I've owned all of my gear. Yeah, I want to say I got these. Wow, it's It's been over 2 years since I've had these gloves, street and track use. No, they've definitely got their use. This is one thing I need to get is gloves. I'm tired of this thing flapping too. It's really annoying. Beautiful sky. I don't know if those clouds are real or not, but man, they're separated perfectly. I'm trying to crash. Ooh, that looks nice. So some of you are watching that do own an H2, or you're looking to install an exhaust yourself. I will let you know this exhaust was not hard to do, and you don't need any fancy tools. Half the fairings are already off. The hardest part is just pulling the radiator forward. There's guys who could do it in a couple hours. You just pull off this right side fairing. This air duct comes out only because you have to remove this bolt right here. All you need to do is pull that radiator forward so you can take off all the Allen head bolts for the headers, and that's pretty much it. The rest of everything comes out. You got the O2 sensor, you got the exhaust hanger. I mean, that's nothing. Getting it off is easy, but installing the new one, it was a little tricky only because you have to put each individual exhaust header on and figure out which one goes where, and then you have like 4 different link pipes, and then you connect them all together. You leave them just a little bit snug, and then you just slowly tighten everything up. It's actually kind of simple. It's just when you're actually working with it, you're like, oh, this is kind of a pain in the butt. But in all reality, it's not hard. The install was super easy. I decided to do a coolant flush anyway, so I flushed the system with distilled water. So Engine Ice is highly recommended when you do the intercooler kit. And I was like, you know what? If that's the case, I don't want to mix a bunch of different coolants, so I'm just going to run Engine Ice. And then when I get the intercooler kit, then I'll just run both. Very simple. Look at that sky. Beautiful. That's perfect too, because the sun's on my face as I'm wearing my clear visor right now. So that, not sweating, I'm not cold, the sun's on my face. This is good. The only problem is there's traffic right now. Well, boys, before I go, I'd like to do one small pull for you. Can I get one in? Maybe it's just a small one. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, guess what? I'll take it. Dude, how am I supposed to get on this bike? I can't. I can't. This bike's amazing. This bike's amazing. Whoever says it's overrated, it's not. This bike's awesome. You can't say this is overrated. This bike's not even tuned. Oh my god, this bike's so fun. Overrated. It's not overrated. Oh yeah, let's see what you got, boy. Thanks, dude. I like your helmet, it's nice. He's got a cool helmet. God, this bike, man. I'm gonna keep this forever. This thing's gonna die with me. This bike's gonna die with me. Thanks, dude. I haven't seen him around. Huh. Well, boys, again, that is it for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any recommendations or any questions, please feel free to comment or send me a message on Instagram. I prefer if you leave a comment on YouTube. I will always try and get back to you guys. So again, thanks for watching. Leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.